Hello and welcome to another Nikke video. With the 1-year anniversary livestream over and the event coming soon, I wanted to give my thoughts and analysis on the new pilgrim, Red Hood. Please leave a like and a sub, and I hope you enjoyed the video. On the English livestream, they gave very little info to us, even on the official Twitter and all the other official sources. They have given us very little information besides what was on the 1-year anniversary stream. So I'll be talking about this first, and I'll show what they had talked about on the JP stream right after. I'm going to go ahead and read what's on the screen here. So it says Red Hood, Goddess, type Attacker, weapon Sniper Rifle, burst skill 1 through 3, code Iron, and her skill 1 is a passive called Glaring Eyes, skill 2 is a passive called Wild Tooth, and the burst skill is called Red Wolf. And on the skill effects here at the bottom, it says her burst skill can be used in all burst stages. Depending on the burst stage, she serves multiple functions, such as increasing all allies' attack, recovering self HP, and delivering high damage attack skills. When her charge skill exceeds 100%, the X's value is converted into charge damage. So with all this information, they do not give us all the details. I mean, they give us the overview of her abilities. But even then, looking at the icons themselves, for example, skill 1, you can see that this is a bar that's progressing higher, especially with the arrows. So most likely this is going to be something that's increasing. Most likely it's going to be something related to charge, but it could also be related to attack as well. And if we look at the second icon, you can see that there's a bullet and it looks like it's going right through whatever that is. It might be a wall or even flesh. So most likely that's going to be pierce damage just with that icon alone. And with the third there, I mean, it's a wolf, so obviously it's going to be her burst there and most likely a powered up form. But the key thing that you should really be looking at is this burst skill 1 through 3. But just looking at it from this information alone, it could mean a lot of things. It's either that she can burst just one time from any of those 3 positions. She could do a self chain burst, or if not, she just picks one and then everything else is on a cooldown. Just from this image, yeah, there's not too much information you could get. But also with the skill effects here, but just the description alone that they're offering us, where it says increase all allies attack, which that would be a huge boost for any team, recovering self HP, which is only going to be for herself, which isn't that bad because it's going to increase her survivability, but it would have been more useful if it was for the whole team. And lastly, it's delivering high damage attack skills. So obviously, since she's a sniper rifle, it would be something similar to either Alice or Maxwell, which we'll just see in a second what it actually is. And then on the second part here, which this is really huge, anytime that her charge speed exceeds 100%, all the excess amount is converted to charge damage. This is going to be pretty huge because how the game works is once you have overload gear, you could actually stack charge damage and charge speed. There are Nikkes that increase charge speed as well. For example, there's Alice, there's Maxwell, just to name a few, that also increase charge speed. So if those Nikkes also go into the effect of the charge speed exceeds, then she will be very, very deadly. So I'm going to go ahead and continue the video here just so you could go ahead and see an actual burst. Right here, she's going to be doing just a whole bunch of movement. Yeah, right here, unfortunately, it's just they do it very, very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and just slow it down for you guys. All right, I went ahead and slowed down the footage. And right now I'm just looping the most important information with just looking at her attack with her burst. So this is right after she initiated her burst. And not only that, if you do notice, she is healing as soon as she's shooting. And the main thing is looking at this reticle that changed, because before she had the normal reticle, the circle. And then as soon as she burst, it has this huge scope here now. And one thing to pay attention as well is that her charge speed, like the charge gauge, is automatically full as soon as she aims. So in this case, she's at 332% charge speed. So right now she charged her shots to 332%. And on the left bar here, on this little left gauge, that's how much ammo she has. Because normally on these reticles, the right is going to be the charge, how much she charged up. And on the left, it's going to be how much ammo. So if you see her shoot, as soon as she shoots, it goes all the way low on the left. And then after a little bit, it actually raises the bar up. So right now, I'm assuming this is being played on auto. So it's going to be, so she attacks as soon as the bar raises all the way full. I have a feeling we'll be able to shoot faster. I don't know if that's going to be more effective than waiting for it to fully charge. Another bonus that she has is on top of this is that she also does pierce as well, like I mentioned earlier. A few of these you're going to notice that she actually attacks, like these ones right here. She actually attacked both of these raptures at the same time. Also, another benefit too, how they're referring to increasing the attack damage. So that is also applied to her as well. So right here, she's attacking. There's other Nikkes here too, which I'm assuming it's either Maxwell or Snow White, because there's this little yellow indication here. That's a little hard to see. I'll go ahead and pause it right here as soon as she does it. There it is. So you see there's this little yellow thing here. So it's either Maxwell or Snow White on the left. I'm not exactly sure, just because Snow White, Innocent Days, she does not have this reticle. She uses a different gun. So it's not the Innocent Snow White there. Unfortunately, the NA stream did not give us that much info. I mean, this is a plus, you know, that we're able to see all this stuff before she's released. I mean, the burst looks amazing. But luckily, the JP stream had actually give us even more information about this character, way more that I wish the NA did. So I'm gonna go ahead and show that to you now. All right, this is the JP stream, and pretty much they're doing a solo raid here, and they have Jackal, Senti, Red Hood, Snow White, Innocent, and Haran here. So a lot of those Nikkes, which we don't have a lot of the info on Snow White, Innocent yet, but a lot of them do not have any effect on the charge speed or charge damage for Red Hood. So a lot of stuff we're going to be seeing on the JP stream is pretty much going to be all on Red Hood. So what I mean by what they gave us more information in the JP stream is that they actually show how she actually works. So you see right here, she did her burst 1, you know how normal people do. Unfortunately, in this live stream, they never showed her burst 2. So her burst 2 was the healing, because she doesn't heal here, but you see she does a burst 3 right after. So pretty much what's going on is that she could burst chain herself. So she doesn't need any other Nikke to go from burst 1 to burst 3. Unfortunately, they never show her doing it on this live stream. But what we do know though is that each burst works independently. So each one has their own independent cooldown. So each one has a 40-second cooldown. So if you wanted to, you don't even need a self burst chain with her. You know, you could use the other Nikkes to complement her, or if not, if you just wanted her to burst chain herself, she can. You could go from burst 1, burst 2, burst 3 all by herself. So with that in mind, that's going to lead to a lot of flexibility. And she's going to be really good, because I was assuming before all this information was released that you could only burst once and then you would have to wait and it would be a 60-second cooldown. But no, once the burst gauge fills up and all the cooldowns are gone, she could burst all the way from 1 to 3 by herself. Just like how I stated earlier in this live stream example, unfortunately they have never let her go from burst 1 to burst 3, since they always use Senti for some reason. And also please note as well, let me go ahead and show this one part here, that on her reticle, it shows 375. On the EN live stream, it was actually lower. So she's able to increase this charge damage herself. And the only one that might affect it is a Snow White Innocent, since we don't know 100% of her skill yet. There's a way for her to increase it even more. So I don't know if it's giving her more charge speed, which in turn will give her more charge damage, or if not, there's a way to increase more charge damage that we don't know about. And of course, all the same rules apply, where the left is showing the ammo and then they're just shooting maximum here. I'm assuming that this is being played on manual. It doesn't really show it in the top left corner because they're covering it. Based on manual, then I guess it might force you to charge up all the way in order to use the burst. Of course, we're gonna have to actually wait in order to find that information out. But yes, I wish the EN live stream did something similar to show us more information about Red Hood. And luckily, the JP live stream showed all this information. So yes, she could burst from 1 to 3. Each burst is independent, and it has a 40-second cooldown. So she is able to give all allies attack damage. She's able to heal herself, and she's also able to deal massive damage. And since she has Pierce, it's just gonna go through all of these extra parts here. That's why she's taking down this Tyrant very easily, which is the new Tyrant in the game, Ultra. And obviously by this live stream, you already know she's gonna be an extremely strong Nikke. It's very possible based on her kit. I mean, we're still waiting, but right now she's looking extremely powerful. My current initial impressions is she might be a must pull based on everything that I'm seeing. Of course, we have to wait for her actual kit to be released in order to officially confirm it. So, you know, I might be jumping the gun here, But I mean, everything that I'm seeing, she's looking extremely powerful, extremely versatile. She has so much utility. And not only that, there's going to be major flexibilities on teams with her, since now you could pretty much put whatever Nikkes you want and she could fill whatever role. So yeah, she's going to have a lot of utility in this game. I don't know if she's going to dethrone some of the other Nikkes, but she's going to be an extremely powerful that you're going to want on your team for sure, just based on what I'm looking at here. And again, just like how I stated earlier, yeah, with the burst 2, they never showed her burst 2 on the stream for whatever reason. But even if you notice, she is never healing throughout her whole burst chain. So most likely the burst 2 is the self-healing there. And since it's never been activated, even now you see she is not healing compared to the Ian livestream where she was healing every hit. That's pretty much just semi-confirming that burst 2 is her healing mechanic there. So again, I really wish the EN livestream or even the official accounts have done something like this, but I'm glad the JP livestream did it, because this gave us a plethora of information, and I'm just glad we have it. Because yeah, I was already thinking of a bunch of theories about this character, but as soon as I went back and I was looking at all the live streams, so I even checked the Korean live stream, and the Korean live stream wasn't too different than the English one. But the JP, they had a lot more information about Red Hood, and luckily I could use that live stream as reference to the possibility of this Nikke. One funny thing about this live stream too that's not a part of Red Hood is at the end of this is they actually all die, and at the end of this they actually all clap because they think they beat it. But if you notice the damage, you see it's 157 million, but they only did 127 million. So they didn't actually beat it, but they actually all clap because they thought they actually beat beat the Tyrant there. But no, they did not. They did not beat the Tyrant. But it's because they never did the burst 2, and they were never actually doing the mechanics of this boss. They were just attacking. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go in and just give my thoughts on this character. She's going to be an extremely powerful Nikke. How powerful? That is still to be determined. We're still waiting for her kit to be officially released. But from what I'm seeing, she's going to be extremely good. How good, again, we're not sure. But so far, I'm leaning into heavily pulling on her, to make sure she's on the team. Luckily, we have all those Exis advanced recruit vouchers. Not only that, we do have the gems, any gems that we're going to accumulate. And not only that, you also have your golden tickets as well. So this will be the perfect chance to go ahead and get her. Either you already have your golden tickets, or if not, you're going to go ahead and be very, very close on getting those golden tickets. Just make sure to log in every day, collect your rewards. And then, just be ready for November 2nd, because that's when the event's actually going to start. And there's a whole bunch of new content that's coming in. And I hope you guys are really excited too. I would really like to know your thoughts as well. Do you really think she's as OP as I think she is? Or maybe I just overhyped her. What do you guys think? I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Scrublord, and I'll see you on the next one, okay?